Good morning student. Once again I welcome you all to Rosary online classes. Now in the last geography lecture we have learned about topographical map and the different color used in the map, the contour lines, elevation. Now let's get a quick revision. Now what are the topographical map? Topographical maps are those which gave us detailed record of man-made and natural features. Okay. Then we have learned about the different colors on the map. Like black color is used for river banks, broken grounds, dry streams and trees. It is also used to mark railway lines, telephone lines and lines on latitude and longitude. Whereas brown color is used for elevation and contour to show sandhills and sand dunes. Blue is used for water and water bodies. Green is used for forest area and vegetation area. For all cultivated land, it is marked with yellow color. Information such as major highways, roads, human settlement and cart tracks is marked with red color. Now here we have learned about the conventional signs and the symbols about topo sheet map. Topo sheets are those which give us man-made and natural features accurately, and man-made features were where they use symbol, letter and color, whereas for natural they use contour lines. Then we have learned about landforms and their description. We have seen that streams, they are small nalas, river which are bigger than the streams, dry river bed which dry up in the summer season, river and the rocks and island, waterfalls, confluence, tanks, unlined wells, line wells and the tube well. Now we will start with the greenery, vegetation and its description. Grass, grassland or pasture lands are found in region where rainfall is not sufficient to support trees. Now if we see there is small rainfall, there is a very low rainfall, grass can grow, but a big tree cannot grow. It requires more rainfall. Open shrubs is a type of grassland which indicates a semi-desert area with scanty rainfall. Deciduous forests are those forests which shed their leaves. They are seasonal. Their leaves are seasonal. They shed their leaves according to the season. This is the most widespread nature vegetation in India. Swamps. Swamps are found along coastal area and around lakes and rivers. It is an area where land is permanently covered with stagnant water and water weeds. Now stagnant water means not a flowing water. In a tank or like Talao we have learned, perennial river where we store water, that is known as stagnant. Scattered vegetation. Scattered means widespread. The trees and shrubs are widely spaced, which indicates that the region has moderate or scanty rainfall. Reserve forest. Reserve forest is an area where the cutting of trees is not legalized. Protected forests. These are known as shelter belts which protect the land from erosion. Now in this vegetation we have learned about grass, open shrub, deciduous forest, swamps, scattered vegetation, reserve forest and protected forest. Now we will come to know about features and their description. Now international boundaries. You might have seen bold dashes and dot symbols forming the borders of different countries. These are known as international boundaries. State boundary. State boundary demarcates two or more states within a country. District boundaries are border within a state. Broad gauge railway. When the distance between two rails is 1.69 meter, it is known as broad gauge. It carries both passenger as well as goods. Meter gauge railway when the distance between the rail is 1 meter. Narrow gauge railway, the distance between the rail is 0.77 meter. These are light railway and carry only passenger. Now, you have to remember, narrow gauge railway only carry passenger, whereas broad gauge, broad gauge passenger, they carry passenger as well as goods also. Level crossing, this is a place where road crosses one or more railway line. Railway line with station. Railway station are areas near human settlement where the trains halt and stop for boarding. Railway lines with bridge. Bridge are found where land is interrupted by any obstacle like lakes, valley, ponds and rivers. The bridge are made for the convenience of traveling. Now railway line with station. It is to halt or to board or to get down or to change the train. And railway line with bridge means to pass a big valley, big hill, big river. Now some letters are used to represent man-made feature on the map. They are colored black, some of them are. Now you have to remember, man-made feature. They are colored with black. For example, post office, symbol PO. Okay, telegraph, TO, post and telegraph office, PTO, police station, PS, dark bungalow, DB, inspection bungalow, IB, rest house, RH, circuit house, CH. Now, there are different features and their explanation like about roads, etc., milestones. Now, metal roads. Metal roads are found in developed area. Means you can say in urban area you will find a developed road. Metal roads with milestone. Metal roads are also known, are also shown with stones which indicate distance in kilometer. Now if you travel from one place to another place, like if you travel from Varje to Pune, you will see a small stone. In that it is written Pune 14 kilometer. This is a milestone. Okay, which indicates us about the kilometer, like how much time, how much kilometer more we have to travel to reach the place where we are going. Unmetalled road, these are also known as Kacha roads. This indicates that the region is undeveloped. This type of road we can see in rural areas. Cart track, they are the part used for bullock or horse cart. These are again found in the rural area. Path tracks, these are pathways made due to prolonged travels. It is for the ordinary vehicles. Footpath, these are the paths made by man to travel on foot. These are mainly found in the steppe region. Tunnel, it is a phase, it is a passage or road or railway through a hill. Dam, dam is a man-made structure across the river to utilize the river water for irrigation and also to control flood. Dispersed settlements are found in highlands area and have sparse population. Linear settlement, these settlements are found along river banks and roads. They usually stretch like a ribbon. They are mainly trade and commerce center. Now in this chapter, we have learned about topographical map. So topographical map is an important map because it gives us information about places, about if we want to see in our map where is vegetation land. So green color you go and see, you will find all forest and a vegetation land. If you want to travel from one place to another place, you need a map. Now, and who makes the map? Cartographer is the one who makes the map. And after that you have learned about the different colors in the map. So all about the roads, landforms description, vegetation description, features, man-made features, how it is represented in the map. Now it is very easy for you to understand the map. The contour lines, what does the contour line shows? The contour lines or the elevation lines, it shows about the sand dunes and the sand hills. Beside colors, different types of lines are shown on the map. They may be straight, curved, solid, dashed, dotted, colored or in any other combination. So in all these forms you will see the contour lines. Now if you will get a question, black is used for which color? So you have to write, black is used to represent river bank, broken grounds, tree, etc. on the map. All cultivated areas are represented with yellow color. All the areas, all the forest area or vegetation area, it is represented by green color. Sand dunes and sand hills are represented by brown color. And major highways, car tracks are represented by red color. And black color represent, what does black color represent? Black color represent river banks, broken grounds, trees, dry streams, etc. on the lines marked on the railways, telephone rails and the line on longitude and latitude. About the roads, you will see a well-developed and the road with milestone only in the developed area. Whereas you will see an undeveloped road or a kacha road only in the rural areas where they do not have milestone also. Now here you have learned about cart track, pack tracks and foot tracks, tunnels, dams, linear settlement. Now town or village, inhabited, deserted, fort, huts, permanent, temporary, towers, temples, church, mosques, tombs, graves, lighthouse. All the other trees, boundary, international, state, boundary pillars, surveyed, unlocated village heights, benchmark, post office, telegraph, combined office, police station, that is PO, TO. Of everything there is a symbol, like post office, PO, police station, PS. So for circuit house, it is CS. So this way, this man-made feature symbols were given on the map. Now we will read this, GeoConnect. Cartography has developed with technology. Technology has continuously changed in order to meet the demands of the new generation. Now, before, they were seeing a handmade maps to travel from one place to another. People were seeing a handmade map to travel from one place to another. Whereas now we are having a smartphone, so we are using a GPS and we are searching a new place. So for that, we are using our smartphone. We are not using a paper or handmade map. New generation of map maker and a map user. While scientists have long developed complete topography maps of the earth, the United States Geologic Survey, along with some prominent research institution, has have released the first complete topographical map of Mercury. The map is courtesy of NASA's Mercury Surface Space Environment, Geochemistry and Ranging Messenger. The first spacecraft to ever orbit Mercury, Messenger, was launched in 2004 and has orbited the planet 4,104 times, stitching together more than 1 lakh images to form the final complete picture. Now, in a nutshell, you will read legend and key explain each symbols and color used in the map. Now, all these are the legends and the symbols, and colors I already told you. Colors and symbols are used to represent man-made and natural features on the topographical maps. These symbols are also known as conventional signs and symbols. Colors and symbols are used to represent many geographical features in a small space. Now you can see a straight contour line on the map, or a dotted contour lines on the map, or a black broad lines on a map. So all these are different type of contour lines on the map. So all these things you have to remember: the contour lines, the symbols, the signs and the colors. Colors are very important to read the map. Now, like black is used for riverbank, broken ground, dry streams and trees. It is also used to mark railway lines, telephone lines and the lines on latitude and longitude. All these 5 colors are very important, which you have to by heart. All the black color, brown color, green color, yellow and red. So if you will get a question, why do we need a map? So you will say, we need a map to find a new place, or if you are traveling, or if you are planning for any vacation, then you need a map. Why you need a map? Because you are going to a new place and you don't know anything about that map. So you need a map. That is why map is very important in our day-to-day life. Which color is used to denote the following map on the topographical map? Like for elevation information, we have read that brown color is used for elevation and contour of sand dunes and sand hills. So elevation information, brown color gives us elevation information. Shrubs, again it comes to greenery, forest, vegetation, then green color will come. Human settlement, red color will come. Post office, again red, because it is a man-made feature. Line well, blue, because it is related to water. Broken grounds are going to come under black color. Who prepares the topographical maps in India? Topographical map, it is related to the survey of the India. Survey of the India, they prepare a topographical map. Now if you will get a question, differentiate between line well and a unlined well. Line well, where you will see a line well? A line well is that well which is a well which is bordered from by both the side by stones and the bricks. Whereas unlined wells, they do not have any boundaries. Whereas the lined wells, they have boundaries of stones and bricks. Same way you can say for the metal and unmetal road. Metal roads are those roads which you will see in the urban area, which in the developed area. Whereas in unmetal roads are the kacha roads which you will see in underdeveloped area or undeveloped area. Now broad gauge and meter gauge. Differentiate between broad gauge and meter gauge. Broad gauge means the railway 1.6 meter and 1 meter. Distance you have to remember. Broad gauge when the distance between two rails is 1.69 meter and it is also known as broad gauge. It carries both passenger as well as goods. And whereas meter gauge railway, when the distance between the rail is 1 meter. And one more gauge is there, that is narrow gauge railway, which carry only the passenger. And the distance of the rail is 0.77 meter. Now, for your broad, meter and narrow, it is 0.69, 1 meter, and this is 0.77 meter. It carries passenger and goods, and it carries only the passenger. So all this is the very important things which you have to remember. Like there are two different types of tracks we have learned and one footpath. Now cart tracks are used for the bullocks and the horse cart, which we see in the rural area. Pack tracks are these are the types of pack tracks made to prolong the travels, means it is used for ordinary vehicles. Footpath is used for the people to travel on the foot. These are mainly found in the steppe region. Now here we have finished our chapter. Thank you, students.